Namaste, angels. This is the full moon in Aquarius reading. Squared, right? This is the second one, back to back Aquarius full moons, or blue moons, as you may call them. So I just have the two decks out today, although I have several other decks shuffled, like my Past Life Oracle, the Angel and Animal Tarots, the Rider-Waite Tarot. I don't see it here. I meant to take out the Ascendant Master deck. Anyway, I'm going to see if we can just use these like I did for the new moon. And, just see if there's been any progress or change. Starting with travel. Long distance communication will open up your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement is possible. And similarly with this other deck, they're both by the same woman, by the way. We're starting with plane. A journey is indicated, either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. So travel and plane. Somebody actually traveling. I also think that this could be about Afghanistan in part. And, the people that are trying to come over. And I guess more personally, also that if we're not traveling, that we could very well be visited by somebody. Or it may be unexpectedly too, based on what I saw in the general and love readings. Behind this, also upright, we have reinvent yourself. A transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease on life. Then opportunities. A stranger is about to change your life. Exciting times and plenty of action, plus a special family reunion looks likely. Maybe it's family members that are traveling to you or to whom you're traveling. I'll give these another little shuffle in front of you guys. We got positive work outcomes for those of you struggling maybe at work, as well as manifestations, I think, for everybody. We'll do one more. Love and manifestations again, or love manifestations, manifestations of love. Got those nice and shuffled. Mix them up even more. New overall energy is planning. Now's the time to lay down the foundations for your future. Financial gains are more than likely. Next card is in reverse. It's intuition. As I mentioned, with this, we're starting with plane. A journey is indicated, either physically or metaphorically, and your life will become more full. This card for me is kind of like the Chariot in the tarot, and could possibly be connected to maybe Cancer, right? The sign of Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. Behind that, we have proposal. A romantic or business opportunity is indicated. And lovers. There are two paths ahead. Be true to yourself. This message has been coming up quite a bit. It came up a couple times in the love reading. The next card is in reverse. It is Lion. Open up to Angel. Angel. Wish. We'll do one more. And in this, flowers. Overall energy is lovers. There are two paths ahead. Be true to yourself. Followed by love, which is in reverse. Okay, we'll get started with the spread from the perspective of the universe. That can be for singles, couples, however you want to use it, read it. Beginning with divine being or couple. Recent past. Near future. Masculine's higher self, because I primarily read for feminine, or my audience is mostly feminine, like 80% or something. I'll move this a little bit. Blocks to individual or shared progress. What the feminine can do to help herself, what the masculine can, and that's in relation to the blocks, how they can help themselves out of the situations. What the universe wants to help them to do to get themselves out of any situations with blocks. And what, can we expect to let go of, shed, ban in time for the new moon, so we can start fresh and anew. Same thing here. Of course, we did similar with the new moon. We laid a card here to see what we could expect by now, to have manifested. So perhaps we'll see evidence of that in here. Okay, divine being or couple. Cracker, positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune awaits. That's a nice overall card to have, and it's paired with reinvent yourself. A transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease on life. I guess in the areas of love, joy, and good fortune. Recent past. Death, a time of natural transition and transformation. Coupled with surprise. A disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those searching. So like death is having to let go of something, and that could be the disappointment, right? Having to change, having to transform, but go ahead and go through with that because it's going to be followed by something new. So again, with the full moon, we're letting go of stuff, right? Things are coming to an end, and it's best not to fight the universe on it. I talked about that last week with, and in the general today with gave the story about my own car and stuff, about how I just didn't feel like fighting the universe to keep something that it clearly wanted me to let go of. So that's what the death is about. And then if you can, be so strong and brave to go ahead and do that, then even if you're feeling disappointment or sadness about what you had to let go, trust that it's going to be followed by something new. So full moon, letting go, ending, and then new moon. What's that new thing that we can expect to receive? Near future. Phoenix. Be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. So even again, if this is a struggle, it's telling us after that, something new comes. Nature. Interact with nature in the outdoors, around animals, farmlands, or by the ocean. And this will be good for the soul and healing for you. So even though you might be going through a difficult time, a troubling time, time of disappointment, loss, shedding, endings, you can go and feel more whole if you spend time with nature. For me, I'm the ocean type. I just I live by the river. So I would just walk over to the river, sit there, and, gather myself, as they say. Masculine's higher self. What's he dealing with that we may not be, that we could use a peek into in its world? Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. And we saw that with the card that we started with. It said with love, with money, with your job, right? So these are all the different areas. And the masculine has to be open to that, because if we're closed off, if we're in disbelief that the universe wants to give us something, then we block ourselves from those blessings. And it's partnered with sunshine. The sun is shining on you, your career, and business, and growth in those areas. Fabulous communication is also possible in relationships. So this goes along with it. It's saying in all these areas, the universe is trying to do something for you. So you just got to be open to it. And the world is about something coming to an end too, something coming full circle. So again, allowing the things to end that no longer work, so that these new things can come. Blocks to individual or shared progress, whether you are the masculine or the feminine. patience. This came up in every single reading too, like the need to be patient. So our difficulty with it and our inability to be patient sometimes is a block. Instead, we need to slow down and change our attitude and clear our minds. You can do that in nature. It's crossing the nature card here. And that is partnered with wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. What the feminine can do to help herself with these situations, with the need to be patient and with the need for wisdom. Here's some wisdom for you. Beware. Be careful who you trust at this time. And friendship. A friend needs your help. Your kindness and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. So maybe you're the person that's going to be giving some wisdom too. Or there may be a mutual exchange. So that's how you can help yourself. Masculine, how can you help yourself with these issues? Thorns. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring you new and positive future. So again, it's just telling you, make it through this. Go ahead, you be patient. It's coming to an end and you can expect new. You should expect new. And getting through those difficult times is going to make way for what's coming that's positive. And that one is joined by travel. Long distance communication will open up your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. So those are the areas where you were stuck in any of those areas. That's where something new is coming. The travel is representative of movement, as are wands. And these thorns are giving me wands or fire energy. What the universe wants to help us with, and that is allowing for the death. Letting go with whatever it wants us to let go of. Coffin. Natural endings abound. Take care with your health. And manifestations. Because when you let those things go, again, new things come. That's how you manifest. We shed with the full moon and we manifest with the new moon. So we want these things to come to an end. We want to end these cycles. So the new moon comes, boom, manifestations. A bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. And letting go in time for the new moon. Fire. I think that, at least for the masculine, tied in with this, the fire, these cards look alike. I felt fire looking at this, and now we have fire. Let go of emotional upheaval. So, like, not holding on. It's for everybody, but particularly masculine, not holding on to any, like, negative emotions or feelings of guilt or blame, and, just, like, carrying that with you. They're calling it emotional upheaval, but what I'm feeling is holding on to, those, like, negative emotions. Instead, embrace the renewal of the present. And love. Love is in the air. A great time for commitment and taking relationships to the next level. So again, maybe releasing negative energies, negative emotions will allow any bad relationships or any difficulty in relationships to come to an end in time for the new moon to have a new, fresh start in those areas. Now we'll see specifically from the masculine's perspective what's going on, hopefully in a more romantic sense. Yes, I did a love reading. Yes, I did a general reading, but this one covers a little bit more and is connected specifically to the energy of the Aquarius full bloom moon. Fresh energy here. Yeah, we're off to a good start. It's talking about love life. Care required. Guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. That fire is back. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. That's going to be our overall energy for this spread. Here we go. Divine Feminine. The masculine as it relates to the feminine. To himself. And the union or connection as a whole. Overall, what the masculine would have the feminine give to the union or connection if it were up to him, what he himself is willing to put forth, what he's bringing to the table, at least energetically, and what the universe would have each archetype give or do toward making things come together. I don't know why I put this here. I've been puzzled by it. I'm going to put another one for the what we can expect by the new moon. Okay, sorry about that. I have the other deck now. Divine Feminine. Our card is Cracker too. That was the first card before from the Universal spread, so that's kind of cool. Positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune awaits. Nice. And it's now joined by friendship. A friend needs your help. Your kindness and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. Maybe it's the masculine, or we got to see the masculine as it relates to the feminine in this energy here. Is Star. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. The star represents the sign of Aquarius, where the full moon is in the tarot. It's all about wish fulfillment, dreams coming true, reaching goals, taking care of business. And it's joined by declutter. Declutter your life. Let go of correspondence, objects, and people that you no longer want. Someone will hurt your feelings and reveal a new side of themselves that you may wish to avoid. So maybe the masculine feminine who needs this support and counseling. When he's hurt by a friend, he might need our friendship to help him get through that situation. Or there could be a masculine, if it's not your who you consider to be your divine masculine, it could be a masculine in your life energy that is dealing with this. And maybe, who knows, maybe something can get started, particularly if you're single. Masculine as it relates to himself, we have patience. Slow down, change your attitude, and clear your mind. I think these two, were they paired together before too? They both came up before. Difficult times. Be on your guard against chaos, as unforeseen perils or emotional upheaval are foretold. So yeah, he's going, very possibly going to experience some sort of difficult time and be with another person or in a situation, have to release that situation and or person, and then will need support from a friend. or, loved one. Masculines in relation to the union or connection as a whole, we have beware. Be careful who you trust at this time. So somebody close to him may be out to, cause jeopardy to him and or union or connection that he has with the feminine, and that may be why he has to let them go out of his life. It's joined with nature, interact with nature in the outdoors and around animals, farmlands, or by the ocean, and this will be good for your soul and healing for you, which it's clear he's going to need over this next couple weeks. And it's common with endings and with full moon energy, so don't feel any kind of like way about it. Overall, we have mountain. Know that you're protected as you face these challenges, but remain cautious. And challenges. It's joined by challenges. Isn't that crazy? Take time out from your problems or conflicts, or approach softly to avoid making matters worse. We can do that by, again, letting go of any extra like negative emotions and stuff, and just allowing for transition and change. Just let it, if the universe wants to take something or somebody out of your life, just allow it to go. Just allow it to go. Trusting that, again, you're protected. The universe has got you, and what needs to be replaced will be replaced by better, new. What energy the masculine would have the feminine give to the union connection if it were up to him, and that is sun. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. And society. Say yes to all the wonderful invitations coming your way. Excellent networking opportunities and new love interests for singles will be the result. So he wants her to be open to invitations and to love in general. What energy he himself is bringing. It's the world. He had the world in the last spread. The masculine's got the world again. It's joined by burnout. Your handwork will see results, but your health needs to be maintained. So check in with your doctor, dentist, or health professional and try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. The general reading, the physical health card, also indicated that some of us may need to check in with our doctor and get like that kind of external professional advice. What the universe would have, again, what kind of energy the universe would have each or both archetypes to bring to the table and toward one another. The universe wants to help us with is angel. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your special journey. For what? Romance. Love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. And again, I think it can be by being this like supportive friend. Whatever this extra card was. What message is this? It's flowers. Be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. And something for the preparation for the new moon and new energy. Lion. Harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. So away from the endings, the things that we're banishing, that we're letting go of, that we're releasing, and toward the new stuff that's to come, and that's the manifestations. A bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. Isn't this the last card I read in the last spread too? I think so. Hope you guys have enjoyed the full moon reading. I am going to go over a couple of things. I like to do the almanac, the Benjamin Banneker, the Farmer's Almanac, when I do the full moon reading. And I also want to share with you some stuff. I was going to talk about some places where I feel the age of Aquarius is listed in the scriptures, in the Bible and stuff. So I still want to touch on that and also share like a conversation I had with one of my viewers / friends / supporters and all that clients this morning in that regard. But for those of you who wanted to see the reading and you're done with me, you're ready to go, I do appreciate you being here. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment before you go. And for the rest of you, hang on one second. I just want to pick up my computer and, get it going. Wrong password somehow. I did that yesterday too. There we go. All right, so we'll start with the planetary calendar, like what else is happening during this period that may affect us. So beginning with today at 8:02 a.m. was when the full moon actually occurred in Aquarius, 29 degrees Aquarius, which I thought was pretty cool because today's my son's birthday and he turned 29. Also today at 5:35 p.m., the sun entered Virgo, 0 degrees Virgo. On the 30th of August at 1:10 a.m., Mercury, ruler of Gemini and Virgo, enters Libra, 0 degrees Libra. It'll join Venus there. Also on the 30th at 3:13 a.m., we'll experience the last quarter moon, 7 degrees Gemini. On September, so that's going to be a lot of Gemini or Mercurian energy happening that day. On September 6th is the at 8:52 p.m. is the new moon, also in Virgo. So this reading will go through September 5th, the day prior. Now going over to the Farmer's Almanac. The full moon in August is the full Sturgeon moon. August full Sturgeon moon reaches its peak on Sunday morning, August 22nd, 2021. So be sure to look up. Maybe that you guys did this. It says both Saturday and Sunday. So it was a period of 2 days that we could have seen the moon, and it goes on to tell us how it got like the interesting name. August full moon will first appear on the night of Saturday, August 21st. Before reaching peak illumination at 8:02 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, August 22nd. On either of these nights, look toward the southeast after sunset to catch a glimpse of the Sturgeon moon rising. This full moon is also a blue moon. Specifically, it's a seasonal blue moon, meaning that it's the third of the 4 full moons to occur within the season of summer. Typically, only 3 full moons happen in a season, but when the dates of the full moons and those of the equinoxes and solstices line up just right, a 4th full moon can manage to fit into the season as well. The 3rd full moon in the series is then considered to be a blue moon. I think it also happens only once in a blue moon that the full moon is in the same sign 2 months in a row. It says you may have also heard of another definition of a blue moon, the second full moon to occur within 1 calendar month. This definition tends to be more common. Yeah, so that's true too. There's 3 reasons why I would call this blue moon a blue moon. But why is it called the Sturgeon moon? The full moon names used by the Old Farmer's Almanac come from a number of places, including Native American, Colonial American, and European sources. Traditionally, each full moon name was applied to the entire lunar month in which it occurred, not solely to the full moon. August full moon was traditionally called the Sturgeon moon because the giant sturgeon of the Great Lakes and Lake Champlain were most regularly caught during this part of summer. The prehistoric looking fish have been traced back to around 136 million years ago. 136 or 613 or 19. And many people call them living fossils. Females require around 20 years to start reproducing, and they can only reproduce every 4 years. However, they can live up to 150 years. Today, there are about 29 species worldwide, including the lake sturgeon found in the Great Lakes, They have evolved in size from the size of a bass to monster sturgeon as big as a Volkswagen. The lake sturgeon is quite rare today due to intense overfishing in the 19th century, also pollution and damage to their habitat. Alternative August moon names. The flying up moon is a Cree term describing the time when young birds are finally ready to take the leap and learn to fly. The corn moon is popular with the Algonquin and Ojibwe. The harvest moon, the Dakota. The rising moon, the Anishinaabe, signify that this is the time to gather maturing crops. Along the same vein, the Assiniboine people named this period the Black Cherries moon, referring to when choke cherries become ripe. They have a video if anybody's interested in viewing that, and end with some moon folklore. Clothes washed for the first time in the full moon will not last long. If you glimpse the new moon over your right shoulder, you'll have good luck. To have a project prosper, start it during the new moon. Babies born a day after the full moon enjoy success and endurance. Now, the other thing I was going to tell you about. So, see, that was the sturgeon moon, with the sturgeon being a fish, got me to thinking about some stuff I've read in the Bible over the years, and that I hadn't really thought about in a long time. But it sort of like reminded me of these things. And that is that the Bible, if you ask me, I mean, I've pointed out many things to my viewers over the years that they hadn't realized was in that book. Yeah, I talked about how, Jesus calls himself Ra in the book. Amen Ra. I mean, I pointed all these things out. And so this one is a slightly different one. There are a lot of places in the Bible where it talks about an age ending. And one place it specifically says the age of the fishes. So the sturgeon moon, with the sturgeon being a fish, got me to thinking about that. Since it's the Aquarius moon, when the Bible talks about the age of the fishes ending, I believe, and I'm not the only one, that it's talking about the age of Pisces, which preceded the age of the Aquarius, coming to an end. And that ushers in the new age, which would be now, the Aquarius. And I was going to talk to you guys about this stuff when I did the full moon, which would be now. But now I'm thinking maybe I'll just do a separate little video about some of the stuff that's in the scriptures that you may be surprised to realize are in the scriptures, because we hear all this stuff about, it's against religion to believe in the zodiac and to practice some of these things, and a lot of it is right there, like God was encouraging it, encouraging it among his prophets. So this morning one of my clients hit me up and she's like, I had a dream that I'm a starseed, so I wanted to ask you what that meant before Googling it. I'd rather hear from you. So that's when I was like, oh, you know what? I was going to talk about starseeds, because in the Bible it goes on to talk about Pleiades and Arcturus. Did you know all this stuff was in the Bible? It is. And you can just Google that quickly yourself if you want, just to confirm that what I'm telling you is true. But all of these places are in the Bible, and the Bible even talks about the zodiac as a whole. And so I started telling her all this, and she was like, at the end of the conversation, she was like, oh, I'm that's why I wanted to ask you instead of Googling, because I wouldn't have gotten all of that you just gave me from Google. And so then I wasn't so sure. After I had that conversation with her, I wasn't so sure that I was meant to say everything that I wanted to say on this reading to you guys, or if I was just supposed to have a conversation with her, and help her with that. And so as I sat down here to do the reading, I elected that I wasn't going to do it. But now I'm feeling, I do still want to talk to people about what's in the scriptures and get back. I mean, I used to do that all the time. That was kind of like what one of the major things my channel was known for. I do think I want to get back into that. And I find these things interesting. If you do too, please join me. Please watch those videos when I put them up. Again, like, share, subscribe, comment, and let's like have some conversations and, you know, help each other to continue to expand and grow. Hope you guys have enjoyed this and have a good 2 weeks. Namaste.